Hi. I believe I'll start with bitching. This thing, I've been going over my house with a fine-tooth comb for the last 2 hours, and I still don't know where he was. I started freaking out. At one point, while I was in my bedroom, which is diagonally all the way across the house from where I am right now, as I was on my hands and knees looking under the bed, it occurred to me that when I was in the refrigerator getting cream for my coffee, he might have jumped in there, and I literally broke my neck trying to get back in here and see, and there was no kitty in there. And so I even walked around the house, because I did let his mom in and out. I don't know where the hell he went, and you can tell he just woke up. And I love him. Anyway, this is why I'm running late. He is a pesty cod. Can you see the picture? Look up, look up, look up. Alright. I'm putting him down. Don't mean he'll stay. But I was distressed. Don't you bite that. Okay. Oh my God. And now I'm going to put him down, and he's going to be jumping all over my shit back here. Just want you to know. I was upset. Upset, for real, upset. Like burst into tears upset when I saw him. Well, I did it to myself. I was the one calling for him. I should have just left him alone. Do we have a minute here? We do, but I can't read it. $2:12. I think that's what it says. Okay, Donna. It's Friday. Reward. Pay it forward. You're doing right by you. You're doing right. You're erasing karma. You're leveling out karma. You're not adding to your karma. Because you're not going to go around again. You're going to level up. Okay? You have passed the test. And the Two of Cups. I hope to God that is you getting in alignment with you. Mountain. You've got major... it's still ahead of you. You're not... there's still a lot ahead of you. Your goal, your job is to keep doing right by you. And victory. Victory will be yours. With your man? I don't know. I don't feel it. I am spazzed out. Yes, I am. So upset. So upset. And his mom is very pregnant. Soon we are going to be overrun with kitties. And I don't care. I need something to love. Well, since I lost my dog. But I have to stop there because this is a reading, not a cry session. I didn't want to get no other animals though. I was really upset. You little shit. The novice, you're going to wind up getting out of your comfort zone. That is getting out of your comfort zone because you're doing things differently. You're ascending, not repeating. So this will be the first time, and it's not going to... You can't just say, well, this isn't my first rodeo and let it go, because this is going to be something different, and you need to pay attention. Ooh, and you need to be ready to tell the stories. music, poetry, myth, history, and the enchantment of storytelling. I think you should make like an affirmation board or even journal. I know that is so dorky. But to set your ideas down, to take the time to write. And it has to be right. And if you want to type it up, you have to write it out first. Because it's a muscle memory kind of thing. It makes you think more about what you're saying. You should keep a record about the great mystery of it all. Oh. Spirit says, yes, ma'am. Fire fairy. At least it's not that water bitch. Okay. So you're moving up. You got the flamed on. You're caught up in it. The great mystery. You're going to tell a story. Are you going to write a book? Your first book? The reward, to pay it forward, to leave something for those that follow behind. Being in alignment with yourself. Great mountains of shit to go yet. But V for victory. I was really upset. Oh, well, Spirit must have wanted it that way. One time my youngest kid ran off on Easter morning. And it took me 4 hours to find him. He was at the end of the next house over, under a lilac bush. And he had sat there. I don't know how many times I'd walked past him. I was walking the entire apartment complex. And then he finally came out. Or well, I was going around again, and when I looked down the road to the corner, here come a cop with him around, with holding his hand. 4 hours. And I alternated between whooping his butt and hugging the shit out of him. I was just beside myself, and that was quite like that. Sky high anxiety, and now I'm weepy. So you be nice to me, Donna. Spirit, I can't take it. Above and below. Above and below. Above and below. Spirit. Alright. Above. I know I pulled it from the bottom, but my fingers wanted it. Page of Swords again, so we'll do it this way. Below. Ooh. And the Emperor. You need some space between you and your patriarch. Just watch him. Take your time to think before you act. To think. Spread your wings and fly. Now I'm hearing... Damn, I can't think of the name of the band. The Steve Miller Band. I'll spare you the song because it's all of them. There was at least 4 going on in there. Ah! I was on to you. Okay, this is what you're thinking about. Thinking about leaving. 8 of Cups. What would it have been if that had stayed down there? 6 of Cups. Leaving a old relationship that you loved a lot. Knowing that you do have options. Leaving. Leaving is an option. And that's the wisdom of your experience. Okay, so the wisdom of your experience may be telling you that it's time to go. 8 of Cups. Page and a novice. A fool is a novice. The great mystery of it all. Tell the story. You should go write a book about the relationship you're leaving. And you can pay it forward to the other young women who walk in your footsteps. You can be a curse breaker. You can, a generational curse breaker. You can enlighten other women. You've still got a lot of way to go on yourself, though. You should go hang out with women that have this in common. You should make that a priority. And you will be victorious. Also, I have been fooling around. You know, my Celtic cross is very much standard. The same thing all the time. And that's the way I like it. Was that me or was it a fly? I must have killed 100 fucking flies in here yesterday. I don't know what's going on, but don't leave the doors open. Where is it? Oh, I'm so glad I found him. I'm so glad he came out. Oh! Stinker pants. And, but I've been lenient with these because since I don't know. I just haven't been able to use them in a while. It was all the same all the time, and then, I don't know. Anyway, I had this whole box set up here because they're doubles, right? And these aren't doubles, but it's like they are. Because I gave you the Pulp Fiction and the Housewives Tarot. Everything else is the same. Now, the wisdom of your experience tells you it's time to be going. You've had to start over before. You can do it. You don't like it. You know how to do it. And you do have your stories, and the wisdom of your stories is the wisdom of your experience. You should write that book. Or speak at a women's group. Halfway house. I don't know. Don't give up on yourself. Hang out with women of a like mind. Or, yes, women. In probation. Because you're struggling. Ain't nobody taking you serious. You keep putting forth all the things that you see that you can offer, that you can contribute. And they treating you like it ain't good enough. Like you just, you don't know what you're talking, because you're a novice. You don't know what you're talking about, so you don't have any, they don't want you to feel like you have anything to contribute. You're like imposter syndrome, because you're just making it up as you go along. That goes back to self-worth. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm fixing to set you up. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Ain't nobody taking you serious. You're the only one that stands with you. But you can do it. You walked away before. You've been alone before. Let's see what this one says. Oh, and she's a joker. Just like you. Look, it's a picture of you. And you're just tired. You're tired. They won't take you serious. Nobody gonna listen to you, but they're quick to take your money. Huh? You go be a stinker somewhere else. Go on. I'm sorry. You can turn it off if you want. That didn't work. Okay, that might keep you busy for a minute. Yeah, they don't want to hear what you say, but they'll take what you give. Assertive. You need to take your place at the table. Put your foot down. If you have money in the pot, you have a say. You know it, and they've taken advantage of you before, and you're sad about that. You feel like there's nothing you can do. They just won't hear you. You're going to have to, it says be assertive and take your place at the table. You're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to hold your place. Discernment. Take a closer look at what's going on. Alright, you've had a closer look at this happy ever after. And since you pay for a lot of the shit, but you get all the shit, you're going to have a say. They're going to freak out. You already know this ain't going to fly. They're just in it because you give. You give and they don't have to. You don't demand any rights, so you don't get any. That's detachment. That's alignment with yourself. That's seeing what's not happy. See, the path toward happy and what's really not happy. And you already know they're going to have a shit fit. And this is the worst card in this deck, okay? This is someone who thought they were safe, who let somebody that they trusted zip them up in a bag and throw them over into the creek, okay? Now, you think the worst has happened, but well, if this is your strength, the worst has happened. You've already survived the worst, and you didn't do it like they wanted you to. They feast off your trauma. Family. You're parting ways. This is the second Fool. Right there. Accompanying. You're observant. You're still in the observer position. And what you've seen has severed your need to continue this. The worst has happened. You survived it. You're not going back to them. Friendship. Care's there. What the... Well... This is in your hopes and you'd still work it out if you could. And you're just weak. Weak. It's hard. It hurts. Cautious. Beware of dogs. You do better off stay away from them. You do better off stay away from them. God. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut this off right about now and go ahead and go around with the fly swatter again, but I threw it over there. So, anyway, we're going to muddle through this a little bit because I do want to use these decks. I was going to cut it off, but I ain't going to. Show me the Two of Cups and paying it forward. Two of Cups on the Two of Cups. You're getting in alignment with yourself. Self-care is what you're doing. Because it's over. The old days are over. Two of Cups, death, and the Wheel of Fortune. You have started a chain of events. And then I'm prompted to say that you've got a mountain of obstacles to overcome, right? Which I've been saying, but I just saw it turn into a landslide and come up on you. Because as soon as they figure out you're thwarting them, they're going to start kicking shit down on you. I guarantee it. Because if they can't have your resources, they are not going to leave it to you either. You're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to force them back. You will be victorious. Okay, you're struggling. Nobody takes you serious. Nobody will hear you. A feeling of you should shut up because you're the novice. You're the doormat. Three of Swords. They just break your heart. They have no regard for you, and you're struggling to act like it's all right. Three of Swords. Three of Swords, Three of Wands. You should be looking towards your future. You should walk away from this wounded past, which you are. Get in alignment with yourself, and haul ass toward your future. But it's hard to go. It hurts. Two of Pentacles. You may be broke too. You don't know. Well, you're definitely out of your comfort zone. You two have been orbiting each other. This could be a change of power, a change of where the money goes. Yeah, they're not going to like it. It's a rocky start. You be strong. It's okay to say no. And you have to follow through. Because otherwise, they're just going to keep treating you like shit because you let them. It's a big game to them. They think it's funny. They think your misery is funny. Like you were a real person or something. Imposter syndrome. Do you have I'm not really sure what it is. I think it's like faking it till you make it. Only you're trapped there. Are you on a clear... Do you have a Do you see yourself clearly? Or is this plan XYZ? Because the Five of Wands is continuing the game. The moon, we all know who the moon is. I will not say it, but you have a hidden agenda. You're still playing the game. Because you're the Queen of Swords, which you're like, you withdrew, but you're the biggest spy of all. Page of Swords. Big spy. You're still waiting. You're still in the game. Because you're sad. Afraid to take your place at the table. You have to be the man behind the curtain as the Page of Pentacles. You're willing to put the hard work in, but you're having to go through someone else to get the job done. The World. Well, that's over. That's over. You rely on you now. And the Sun. No one better. No one better for this job than you. Taking your place at the table. You've had a close look at this happy ever after, and this is not the star that you started out with. This is not your star. When you compare the two, fake happy, real happy. The Tower. You agree with me. Ace of Swords. That's the truth. You have a deep knowing. You're just going to watch them hang themselves. Be your own witness. The Magician, you should be concentrating on you. You should be focused on you. But then again, maybe you are, and this is you doing plan XYZ. From behind the curtain. Still. Which I'm getting fucking tired of. I'm tired of seeing that. And there's the Hanged Man upside down. You're not learning your lesson. That could be very well what you're doing. That didn't hurt. And you act like you're moving on, but really you never release it. You take it with you. You take the baggage with you. You might leave, but you're taking it with you. King of Cups, because you love him. Who do you love? Do you love the moon? Queen of Pentacles, you are Mother Nature caretaker. You and your man. Okay. Show me the worst card in the deck. Why does she see the worst? Because you survived. They've done their worst and you survived it, and you'll have justice now. Maybe a peace, clarity. Six of Wands. You survived. Write that book about what you survived. Tell the truth. Be a source of communication and power for other women who are in a similar circumstance. You survived. You survived the worst, and they can too. The Chariot. You need to go. Now you got to smarten up and go. Do it for the women that are following you. Do it for your daughter's future. Or even your children. Be a curse breaker. Leaving the toxic family. That's what the toxic family sees. Judgment. They've been judged and let go. Seven of Cups. You have options that they didn't think you'd take. Okay, alright. This one came, well, there's a couple here. And this one is face up too, so there's a couple there. Alright, so. So you have options. And then I flung out, you have options. You don't have to put up with endless betrayal from the men you put in power in your life. Knight of Cups. Here comes the love bombing. Ten of Cups. Oh, come on, baby. You know you're happy with me. You know it's me and you, baby. What would you do without me, Donna Jean? You better, nobody else will have your crazy ass. You better stay the fuck here with me. Come on back home and make me some meatloaf. No, Donna, don't you fucking do it. Okay. But see, that's where you're weak. And when they start love bombing you, and when they swear it'll be different if you just come back home, you care for them. They were your friend at one point. and you took their views over your own. Okay? And it's really hard not to keep on doing that, especially when they're love bombing you and begging you back home. You have got to follow through on the care for yourself. With the Hermit, there's the Knight of Pentacles. You have to stay away from this man. And the Ace of Swords, that's the truth. If you don't listen to him, don't talk to him. You're better off on your own. Be cautious. You're better on your own. Five of Wands, that's the game. The man behind the curtain, you're seeing that now you're beginning to operate. You're very manipulative. But it's because when you try to talk to them, they don't take you seriously. So you've learned to manipulate them because you can't. It's like they're just because you want it, it'll wind up not happening. Okay? So you learn to go around the block. You learn to not let nobody know what you want because they're assholes. Ten of Pentacles. You have an idea of what happiness is, okay? And I know this is Pentacles, not Cups. But if you're paying, then you have a say. And you have an idea of what your happiness. And you're playing this other hidden game still. You are. And you're just much more cautious now. Four of Cups. This is going to break soon. You're about to be done with this. And there won't be no more XYZ. So I keep saying. But it seems like you've been beating a dead horse forever. And you still won't let go of it. And I cannot understand why. Other than it's the plight of women everywhere who cannot speak in a forthright manner. If that's it, I can really get that. But, I mean, even there's a line. And you should have spoke up a long time ago. The High Priestess. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess. That is you hand in hand with the man behind the curtain doing plan XYZ because you have the money. And the Magician and the Sun. I know I can save him. You got that shit going on. But you should really be... You could be a spokesperson for female trauma. You should maybe go listen to them talk. And I think you'll find that you have a lot to say. Years ago, I lived in a different town. There ain't nothing like that around here now. But let me start off. I'm a career alcoholic. I've been sober for like 20 years, right? But I did my time in AA, which I hate. The thing that worked for me was rational recovery. Okay? But AA kind of hooked me in with codependence. And I used to go, after I didn't want to go to AA anymore. I hate AA. AA is a strength. Weakness is my strength. No, I'm not going that road. Anyway, like I said, it never worked for me. But the codependency meeting, oh, I'd go in, and when I left, I'd feel so much fucking better. I'd be so happy, and he'd be fucking mad. and he admitted it. I think he looks at the codependent meetings the way I did at the alcohol meetings. I don't know. Well, we're two alphas though, and it made me feel good. Gave me some clarity. The weight was lifted off of my puny female, live in the shadow of the mountain soul, You ain't gonna keep me down. Or you will. It'll. When I say it's over, it's over. And you need to step up. You're gonna have to fight for it. You're gonna have to take your place at the table. And this 8 of Cups, I mean, I know I'm the alcoholic here, but this could be drinking. And if it's drinking, maybe you're going to get away from it too, because you've learned that it's not for you. Yeah. I'm just saying, see what you want to see. Be happy. And I got monitor your inner dialogue on my pre-shuffle. And I don't know why, but this is killing my wrist now. Well, it's winter. It's winter. Everything. Okay. Honor your body temple. Extend love. Be kind. Create a stress-free life. Act as if you already are everything that you're working on. Be mindful. Kill all the flies. Raise your energy vibration. Every thought that you have impacts you. By shifting in the middle of a weakening thought to one that strengthens, you raise your energy vibration and strengthen yourself in the immediate energy field. Be mindful. Well, that my pre-shuffle was be mindful of your inner dialogue, right? So if you're having negative thoughts and you're second guessing yourself, remember, take a few minutes and go sit down just to be the center of your circle. I used to go, I suck at meditating. There's like a hamster wheel in there. Okay? But I had success. I would go sit. I live 4 miles away from the Ohio River. And there's an old lock and dam down there. And I go down there and sit on the water. I don't try to meditate. What I try to do is go down there and not think at all. Just my face to the sun. Nothing. Just breathing. I might foster a sense of well-being. When I go, it's a long stair step, and I always take an apple with me. And I leave it. It works for me. But crying doesn't. I will tell you one more thing since I'm already here anyway. The thing about the crying, when, I don't know if I can tell you or not. When I came home, I wept nonstop for like 3 months. I mean, I could be having a happy conversation and I could not. It was with me constantly. Post-traumatic stress. What I went through was substantial. And I couldn't quit crying. And I talked to some doctors about it, and there's a name for it. There's a definition, there's a diagnosis, and I can't think of it. It's something. Inappropriate laughter, inappropriate weeping, a dysregulated emotional field, which was always on. Okay, I was in I'm dying mode. And there's a medicine for it that I did get, but it makes you thick as a brick. And you can circumvent all that because the exact same ingredient is in nighttime flu and cold and cough. If you have a problem with hysteria and you know something bad is coming, it's dextromethorphan, I think. Like it makes you dumber than a bag of hammers. It did me. But at the time, I had a child in school that I was always in there. It was a problematic. We withdrew him and homeschooled him. But it was very hard for me to get it together and talk to other people, especially when you've got to be assertive and step up to the table and force your will without appearing weak, because if you appear weak, they're not going to take you seriously, right? So you got to get those emotions in hand. Inappropriate laughter and, well, anyway, if I start crying, it's really, I gradually got a handle on it, okay? But it's really easy. It's really easy. And once I start crying, it'll flow into all the other areas of my life. So, sometimes I would go, and it made my people incredibly uncomfortable. Okay? And I would go down to the river to cry. And that was good for me.